Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Hey everyone, Mr. The Fanboy here. It's time for my long, out of date, Bound for Glory 2016 review. I wanted to review this show after I saw it, but that that email leak about that spoiler about Dave Corrigan Billy Corrigan selling TNA's library to WWE for a huge sum of money. That right there pissed me off. Out of all the stuff I could defend with TNA, after defending TNA for some reason, I couldn't defend that, man. And that just turned me off the wrestling, man. That just turned me off the wrestling. But I did promise I would come back because TNA was freaking awesome. TNA has been awesome this year, and Bound for Glory, Bound for Glory 2016. From what I was seeing, I had only watched the first part of the show. The first half of the show was awesome. Was awesome. So I did promise I would review it down the road. And I kept wanting to review it, but I kept putting it off, wanting to do multiple things. But finally, it's here, and it's here. My 2016 review of Bound for Glory. Phenomenal show. Every time I doubt, just about every time I've doubt TNA, they've disappointed me a couple of times, but every time I doubt them, they always surprise the hell out of me and completely exceed my expectations for what I expect. For what I expect, for what I expect from them. There's rarely disappointment with this company. There's been disappointment, but rarely is there disappointment with this company, and this show right here was just phenomenal. As always, problems I had going into the show. They've had so many behind the scenes. See, on screen with TNA, phenomenal, but the behind the scenes drama with Billy Corgan and Dixie Carter, the various money problems that has been plaguing TNA since day one. Since day one. So the first problem I had was the being in the impact zone. This show almost didn't continue. Someone provided the money. I think it was Billy Corgan for this show to continue. For this show to continue, it was either Billy Corgan or the company that has recently acquired TNA. But so yeah, because of that, TNA was held in the impact zone this year instead of being in instead of going into a much bigger venue. TNA was held in the impact zone. But to tell you the truth, as much as I hated that, that didn't harm the show. That didn't harm the show. Actually, that's actually one of the perks to having a smaller crowd. Yeah, you don't have the cool atmosphere that WCW and WWE had in the past. WWE had in the past, but you get a louder and more rowdier fans, which makes the wrestling show look and feel even more epic than having a big giant stadium with a lot of people not into or don't care what's going on in the ring. This is one of the perks to having small arenas, So this was an awesome show. We start off with an awesome, phenomenal match between defeating DJZ defeating Trevor Lee to retain his X Division championship. This was an awesome back and forth match. So many cool maneuvers in this match. You had towards the end, you had one cool maneuver where DJZ tried to go for a moonsault, then jumped, then hit a leapfrog over Trevor then jumped over Trevor Lee, then tried to leapfrog. Trevor Lee jumped, Trevor Lee ducked, then grabbed him for a cool standing German suplex pin. Then you had DJZ earlier in the match hitting his cool springboard, trying to hit his cool springboard DDT. Then towards the end with DJZ hitting a Canadian destroyer into his finishing move, the jumping swingboard spinning DDT for the 1, 2, 3. Love what they've done with Zema Ion. He's gone from the cheesy DJZ character and the cheesy hairspray character to being the face of the X Division, being similar. Pope compared him to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, which, yeah, I do see some semblance there, but he reminds me more of the original X Division wrestlers, Sanjay Dutt, Chris Sabin, Sanjay Dutt, and Chris Sabin with a little bit of Frankie Kazarian in there. These were the original faces of the X Division, some of the original faces of the X Division besides Styles, Daniels, and I guess Joe. Daniels and Joe. But like I said, a phenomenal X Division championship match to start the show. The next match is probably my favorite match. On the show. And that's the Bound for Glory. I think it's a 10-man gauntlet. 10-man gauntlet for a shot at the future world heavyweight title shot. Before I get to this match, one of the things I love about the Bound for Glory Gauntlet match, the Battle Royal they hold every year. Not only is it cool because it's a Battle Royal, one of my all-time favorite match types in wrestling, a Battle Royal, but it gives wrestlers who are not doing anything at Bound for Glory, not wrestling at Bound for Glory, it gives them something to do, and it's a match that enables more people to be booked on the card. And like I said, this right here was another phenomenal match. We started it off with Rockstar Spud and Jesse Garter's. Rockstar Spud immediately tries to go for a single in a battle royal. We start off with Rockstar Spud and Jesse Garter's. My bad. Rockstar Spud and Jesse Garter. Spud tried to go for a single in the beginning, trying to eliminate Garter's early. Garter's and Spud battled until my favorite part of the match where Spud's rival and the person he's feuding with currently, my boy Braxton Stutter came out. They both started brawling, and Braxton Stutter, up until he was eliminated by Eli Drake, which I hated. Up until he was eliminated by Eli Drake, he was just cleaning house. Then, pretty much Jesse Garter's Robbie E, and Spud, and what's the other guy's name? Braxton Stutter, in my opinion, were the best in the match. Tyrus had a memorable and funny moment too. He came in, cleaned house of everyone. Then Spud tried to team up with him. And Tyrus eliminated Spud, and Spud was like, "Why? It was just hilarious. And the match ends in kind of anticlimactic fashion after all that exciting action with Eli Drake just tossing I think it was Shira and I think it was either Shira, Jesse. It was either Shira, Jesse, or Tyrus. It was Tyrus, Shira, or Jesse just tossing him over while they were trying to make for the 1, 2, 3, completely stealing it. But it was an awesome show, and Robbie E performed well in this match. The Bromans even hit their finisher, and Robbie even the funny one tried to eliminate Jesse Goddard, but they still remained friends after the match, like I said. So Eli Drake has a future title shot. Eli Drake has a future title shot. The next match of the night was I think this was the I'm on which card they're trying to get the order of the matches right. The next match of the night was I think this was the Moose Mike Bennett match. This was
Los hombres más grandes de la historia siempre cuidaban bien a sus caballos. Cuidaron tú y
sorry about that. I'm on WrestleZone, so I don't get the order of the matches wrong, because there was so much to talk about on this awesome show. But yeah, the third match was Mike Bennett. The third match, the Mike Bennett taking on Moose, and this right here, for being a short match, this match right here probably had to be the most, next to the main event, had to be the most physical match I've seen. There was a brief moment where Moose and Ben in the match were just throwing rights at each other, and they were not pulling punches. You could hear the smack when they were punching each other with bare hands too. This was a quick match, but it was stiff. Where Moose being the heavy baby face and Mike Bennett being just an awesome heel in the match. The match started off. The most memorable part of the match though was Moose's entrance, where he had his entire football team come out to the roar of the crowd. Imagine how awesome that would have been in a much bigger arena. This is where I wish BFG had a much bigger arena for awesome entrances like Moose's entrance, for the awesome entrances. This is when I wish they had a bigger arena. Yeah, this was another awesome match. Moose wins with his finisher. Then of course the next match of the night was I think was the Aaron Drax versus Eddie Edwards for the inaugural Grand Impact Championship created by Billy Corgan. This right here was a wrestling clinic with Aaron Drax taking the first round, Eddie Edwards taking the third round, and then taking the second round, then it was all over. Both of them were they both waited in the ring to have their raised hands, similar to an MMA match. And Aaron Drax defeated Fast Eddie via split decision. Like I said, this was a wrestling clinic. Not much to really talk about here. This is another underrated gem. This is actually an underrated gem on this card, because I kind of forget about this match. But it was awesome, and actually after seeing this awesome match, I was kind of disappointed they turned Drax heel so quickly. I actually wanted him to be a babyface and challenge Lashley. Wanted to see former OVW wrestlers going at it as a main event in TNA. A cool, memorable part of the match. There were several cool parts of this match, but cool part was Aaron Drax did a modified Texas cloverleaf, except he was standing sideways instead of standing forward. But yeah, then next you had Gail Kim's Hall of Fame induction, where where not only her father, who was in attendance, but Taryn Terrell and Awesome Kong came out to put over Gail Kim, and Gail Kim put over the entire Knockout Knockouts roster, even putting over Jazz and Victoria from WWE So yeah. Oh yes. Now the next match of the night. Oh yes. The most insane and craziest match I've ever seen, and that was Decay with Rosemary versus Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero with Rebby Sky. This right here was a phenomenal Great War, which is what they called it, Great War hardcore match. They brawled all over the arena, outside the arena. Then one of the most bizarre and cool purposes of the match, where you had a guy dressed as Jeff Hardy named Itchweed. That's his name, Itchweed, coming out of nowhere, talking all fast. Was like, I like Jeff Hardy, I can kick ass too like Jeff Hardy, I can kick ass too like Jeff Hardy. Just coming out of nowhere, talking crass. It was insane, and the whole thing was like a movie. This didn't resemble a wrestling. This right here didn't resemble a wrestling show. This portion of the show didn't resemble a wrestling show. This right here resembled a movie. Resembled a movie or one of those TV shows like The Walking Dead you see. This right here was phenomenal. It was just crazy. The match ends after several more spots. The match ends in spectacular fashion when Jeff Hardy hits his swan dive leg drop onto a table, onto a hits the leg drop off a ladder onto Crazy Steve through a through through a table through a table. After that um after Rosemary tries to interfere. Rebby Sky attacks Rosemary um and yeah, how did this match end? Oh yeah, Brother Nero hit the Swanton bomb off the ladder through the next table to pick up the victory. Like I said, so much insane action to call. Like I said, the best part of the match was when they were brought outside and that Itchweed character showed up. Then of course next you had the Knockouts title match between Gail Kim and Maria. Finally, Gail Kim. This feud has been going on whole year with Maria trying to avoid fighting Gail Kim. First injuring her arm, but finally she did it. And then this match was hilarious. The beginning of the match was just hilarious with Maria and Ali coming out, and Maria once again trying to use the excuse her arm is messed up in order to get out of fighting. Ali says, "Oh, you misunderstood." She was like, "You misunderstood the doctor." She said, "You misunderstood. The doctor. Your arm. And that she was medically cleared. And Maria was like, it was just hilarious. Maria was like, "What do you know? You're stupid. You're stupid." I love the abusive relationship between Maria, Sienna, and Ali, and Ali being kind of slow. It is hilarious, man. It is hilarious. Like I said, she's next to Tyra's probably one of the only characters in TNA to get over purely on their character alone for me. Um, they they they're they're not much in the ring. But they're not much in the ring, but they're phenomenal. They're phenomenal characters. They're phenomenal characters, man. And what's his name? Then the match starts off with Maria slapping Gail Kim and trying to use Alice as a shield. Then then Gail Kim gives chase and the fight starts in the ring. Then Gail Kim controls most of the match with Maria getting some shots in. Gail Kim hits her finisher to finally oh yeah. Oh, but before that um 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 Maria has Alice try to toss in a foreign object. She first refuses. Then she tosses it in the ring, but she accidentally tosses it so far that Gail Kim catches it. Gail Kim prepares to use it on Maria, much to the dismay of Earl Hebner, who is gently trying to convince her not to use it. Then she tosses it the other way. Then unloads elbows onto Maria. Then hits her finisher for the 1-2-3 and next out. Oh, it's my next favorite moment from this show. And that was Mike Bennett trying to hijack the pay-per-view, and Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes debuting and cleaning house and taking out Bennett and Cody fighting and eventually taking out Bennett, and Brandy taking out Maria. Like Gail Kim's dad said earlier in the show, his premonition that it was going to be a bad night for both of them, and it was. And Cody Rhodes, you saw me come out to the theme. You've seen me come out to the theme multiple times in my videos now. Cody Rhodes coming out to that awesome Downstait song, Kingdom. Downstait, the same band that performs Ziggler's, Alex Riley's, and The Miz's theme, now performs Cody Rhodes' Kingdom theme, which he also uses on the independent circuit. That was an awesome debut, one of the greatest moments from TNA this year. So like I said, another phenomenal show, man. Another phenomenal show. Awesome show right here, man. This show, so like I said, another awesome show, but we're not done. The main event, the physicality, Bobby Lashley and EC3. Like I said in my Slammiversary review, Slammiversary, his match with Bennett at Slammiversary, and this match right here has been the best I've seen EC3 wrestling wise. He's proved to me character wise, and he's always been a good wrestler. But this right here has been the best performance wrestling wise I've seen of EC3 in the match. He hit Benoit's move, the hat trick, the triple German suplexes, the triple German suplexes, and then was prepared to hit a 3%er on Lashley off the top rope. But before that, beginning of the match, taking a spear immediately head on, and like I said, this was just an awesome physical match. And then EC3 trying to go for a super 3%er off the top rope, but Lashley pushes him down and hits him with a flying spear for the 1-2-3. Lashley put EC3 over strong in this match. The promo package for it was two of EC3 uttering one of my favorite phrases: "I'm the one you call when you need the ass kicked." Like I said, man, Slammer Bound for Glory 2016, awesome show. On screen, phenomenal show from TNA, the best wrestling product on television. Well, this was my This was my late out-of-date review of Bound for Glory 2016. Destination X I think it's coming next. I may wait till later. I may do it now. I haven't decided, but another awesome show from TNA. And I will be talking about both of these shows again in my year-end wrestling review and my year-end TNA review, which is coming soon, which is coming sometime either this week or next week. Oh, all right. I'm done.